where Bangladesh has been going through a political turmoil ever since the ouster of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Hindus and other minority communities have been facing violence as well. Protests have erupted globally against the attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh. Now, Nepal has also expressed concerns over attacks on Hindus and Buddhist minorities in the country. Though Bangladesh and Nepal don't share an international border, they are separated by a very narrow strip of Indian territory, the Chicken Neck, a 12 to 15 mile wide belt that connects Nepal's southeastern Terai with northern Bangladesh. The Siliguri corridor is also close to Bhutan, a Buddhist monarchy. In recent days, Nepal's border guards have intercepted Bangladeshis trying to sneak in through the porous Nepal-India border, though the numbers are small. Now, protests have also erupted in Nepal against the violence on Hindus and Buddhists. However, it is important to note that while protests have erupted in several parts of the world, top leaders of US, UK and Canada are still mum on the issue. Professor Madhav Nalapat, editorial director of the Sunday Guardian, joins us on the broadcast to share his perspective. So thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on Newsx. Now, the Hindu community has faced over 270 threats and attacks across 48 districts in Bangladesh. And, it's not just limited to Bangladesh. There are Hindus and other minority groups who have been attacked across the country as well, across the world. With Nepal showing its concerns, how severe is the situation and how do you then view Nepal's rising concerns?
Well, I'd like to say that the Nepal government deserves to be congratulated on drawing attention to this terrible genocide, these atrocities that are going on, that are reminiscent of the atrocities that were committed by the Pakistan military in 1971. This is horrific, absolutely horrific. Nowhere in Bangladesh is a Hindu safe. And very frankly, I think there should be a movement started to ensure that the Nobel Committee reconsider and withdraw its prize to Muhammad Yunus. Muhammad Yunus is clearly either completely unable to do anything about it, in which case he should honorably quit, or he's unwilling to do anything about it, in which he is complicit in this kind of genocide. So I'd like to point out this is an utter disgrace, and I'm very happy Nepal did it. I am quite certain India is going to follow suit. And if I may say so, it is a shame. I mean, do not, human lives are human lives. We are all children of the same Almighty. Whatever the religion you belong to, a life is a life. And the fact that the United States and the United Kingdom, countries that absolutely every week, give all kinds of comments about India, all kinds of advice to India, gratuitous advice that is not needed, they are silent about this. I mean, they were silent about the 1971 genocide.
Yeah.
The United States was complicit in it. So was China. And I'm sorry to say, the United States, UK, and China are now joined at the hip. They're all complicit in this genocide taking place in Bangladesh of the Hindu community. And I'm very sure the Christian community as well. Christian community is much smaller, so no one's talking about it. The idea is very clear. The idea is to drive every single Hindu, either kill the Hindu, convert the Hindu, or drive the Hindu to India. It is reminiscent of what a bunch of terrorists from Pakistan tried to do in Kashmir. And frankly, they succeeded in the case of the noble Kashmiri Pandit community. And there they were offered the choice. Either you convert, or you leave, or you die. And the same choice is being offered to Hindus across Bangladesh to complete pin-drop silence from Prime Minister Starmer and President Biden. Shame on these two leaders. Shame on them. And I'm very certain that the Hindu community in the United Kingdom and the United States is going to remember this. Is going to remember President Biden and Keir Starmer unless they act now. So I'd only like to say I'm shocked, I am appalled. A human life is a human life, and what is taking place meets the definition of genocide, and a Nobel laureate presiding over it. The Nobel Committee has to reconsider and withdraw the Nobel Prize it gave to Muhammad Yunus. He's plainly undeserving of that honor. Thank you.
Right, so absolutely. Again, you've spoken about how Keir Starmer and, of course, President Biden remain quiet on the matter. Even with incidents happening in their countries, what is it then going to take, and how many such incidents is it going to take for them to actually speak on the subject and address the fact that what's happening is wrong?
That their view is that the Hindu community is very divided, that you have it is very fractured. They don't speak in one voice. Well, they are wrong. Certain things unite the community, and this unites the community. And it's not just Hindus, Muslims, Christians, people of faith all over the world should protest this. This is not just a matter for Hindus to be concerned about. It's a matter for every human being on the planet who's got some humanity in herself or himself to be concerned about. So quite frankly, what is taking place is beyond words. It is beyond description. There is a clear genocide taking place. Hindus are being hunted down. They're being killed. They're being forced to flee, or they're being coerced into conversions. So this is what is happening in Bangladesh, and I can tell you, it is not at all going to, it is all that's going to do is convert Bangladesh into another Pakistan and convert it into a basket case. It was once a basket case, it now then recovered, now it's going back to that. And the worst thing of all, you have a Nobel Committee, Nobel Prize man, Muhammad Yunus, presiding over all this. It's an international disgrace, and I do wish President Biden and Keir Starmer would understand this and do something about it, because their silence is emboldening these genocidal maniacs. They were silent in 71, they're silent now in 2024. It's unpardonable then, it is unpardonable now. At that time, they and China were linked at the hip. Today, they and China are linked at the hip. This unnatural alliance. I don't know if it is natural to Keir Starmer and Joe Biden to have a close alliance with China. I don't know that. But this is clearly a disgrace to the United States and the United Kingdom. And I'm sure people of faith in the US and the United Kingdom, their conscience will begin to stir. Images, the New York Times, the Manchester, the Guardian, Washington Post, they'll be shamed into carrying reports as they were shamed in 1971. Thank you.
Right, sir, absolutely.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.